Hey guys, J-Man here for a comic book review. Creed, the next round, issue 1 from Boom Studios. Okay. Well, did not know this was coming out. Well, that's a lie. I knew it was coming out. I did not get it on physical, so we're going to look at it through the digital version. I am actually a fan of Creed. I'm a fan of the Rocky series for sure. They're all great. Even part 5. I love Rocky Balboa. That was awesome. When the Creed films started, I thought, okay, I like Apollo Creed. This Michael B. Jordan guy seems pretty good. Let's see what happens. I really liked the first Creed movie. Thought it was pretty solid. I really liked part 2. It had Dolph Lundgren in it, so that's automatically great. Creed 3 did not have Rocky, so that was a bit of a letdown, except the movie was actually very good. It was a very good movie. I am actually hard pressed to think of something negative for that movie. The only negative I would say is that Rocky wasn't in it. It would have been great to have just a couple of scenes with him. But as it is, Creed 3 was a very, very good movie. I thought that Jonathan Majors did a great job in it. Michael B. Jordan directed it, and I thought, wow, great direction. All in all, I thought it was really amazing, actually. Like maybe a 9 or a 10 out of 10. Like at least a 9 out of 10 for sure, I think. I'd never done my space on it. But yeah, really good. But I will do space on this. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get. I compare every comic to itself. There is no other Creed comics, so it's hard to know what to expect with this. So you have to think of the movies. So the movies involve family drama plus boxing matches. So let's see how well this holds up. For the storyline, I was actually kind of intrigued, but I'm going to give it a 1. So it's a pass on the storyline. It's what you think. Amra wants to be, that's the daughter, she is deaf. She wants to be a boxer just like her dad. And her dad is like kind of babying her, like, oh, you gotta take it slow and all that. And she's like, no, I want to get in there. It's very standard. It's a very standard story of this type. Like, it works in films because the actors usually play a big part. Like any kind of drama film, the actor, their facial expressions, their mannerisms, the music, that all plays into it. When you don't have that in a comic book, it feels a bit generic. It's like, oh, I want to be a boxer, but you have to be careful. Okay. Another thing that took me right out of it is that she goes to a street fighting competition. Are they going to let a kid like this go to a street fighting competition? I don't know how old she's supposed to be. She may be like, let's say she's a bit older. I'm like, why is she in this underground fight? And she's fighting a guy. And I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. This guy would just pulverize her. And she wins, of course. And it took me out of the story. Now, it didn't take me out of the story enough to give it a below average, but it definitely cannot get more than a 1 on the story. This is this kind of nonsense where, yeah, okay, this girl can beat up this guy. No way. Not when it comes to professional fighters, especially not when it comes to professional underground fighters. There's no way. This girl has never fought a match underground boxing. She could not beat this guy. This isn't like, you know, a lesser female boxer beating up someone who's never stepped in the ring, right? Like a Joe Blow off the street or something. This guy's a professional fighter. She's a professional fighter. There's no way she can win. It's just stupid. It took me right out of this. The first part was okay. I was going to give this a 1.5 because I thought, okay, this is interesting. Then I thought, nah, it's really a 1. And then when that happened, I thought maybe it's a 0.5. I'll leave it with a 1 because I'm going to read the second one and see where it goes, but really kind of disappointing there. The pacing, I'll give it a 1. I mean, it's fine. The pacing's fine. It's not really fast paced because it's not meant to be that way, but also I did find it to be a bit generic with the dialogue. So I thought, let's just get through this. The art, I actually find the art to be very cool. I'm going to give the art a 1.5. I actually like the color here. And it's a bit panely, but I don't know. It does stand out. And I actually really like the cover. Let's take a look at that again. Sorry. Let's get to the cover here. I like this a lot. This is very good likeness. So very good color. There's some good motion with the punches and stuff. So I'm gonna give it 1.5, above average for the art. I really liked it. Characters, I'm gonna give it, I'll give it a 1. I like Creed, and you know, his wife is fine. Bianca, she was in the movie, she was pretty good. She's fine here. The Amra's okay. I'm just not like, yeah, you know, like I'm not that pumped for it. I'm just like, yeah, it's okay. For enjoyment factor, I'm gonna give it a 1 as well. I like this comic. I'm not gonna highly recommend it to. Let me put it this way: if you want to see more Creed things, I will give it a recommendation saying, yeah, you know what, why don't you grab issue 1? Digital is fine. This ain't gonna be worth anything, I don't think. So don't go out and spend the extra cash for the physical version. I didn't do it. So all in all, I'm giving this a 5.5 out of 10. So it's a bit of it's a 5.5. 6 is like kind of your pass. It's a pass. 7 or 8 is like really good. 9, 10 obviously is amazing. So 5.5 out of 10. It's a pass. The big hits are, it's a bit generic. In fact, if they didn't have that story element where that guy lost to her, I would have given it a 6, but I can't. It's just, I'm just tired of this nonsense, and it's stupid, and it takes me out of it, because the Creed films are still based in some sort of reality, right? So that took me out of it. Now, if that doesn't bother you and you think, well, I guess she's skillful, she can beat him, fine, that's possible. But still, it's still a generic story. Pacing could have been a bit better as well, or at least have a longer fight maybe to get some action going. Like, there's no intensity to the action. The drama in Creed, in the Creed films, is very good drama with the actors and the story. But when the fights come, the fights are pretty intense, and I didn't feel that in this comic. So there you go. 5.5 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.